Hello and welcome back to our series on time value of money. This time, present value.
So the question is, what would be the value today of $100 that is due in 3 years? How can we approach that? What we do is we're going to discount cash flows, which is the reverse of compounding what we did for finding future value. So we're going to do our timeline, and in our timeline we're going to see that the $100 come in 3 years, and we're going to find out how much are those worth today, given that the interest is 4%. How do we do that? We have the formula. We can apply the general equation, which is present value is the future value divided this time over 1 plus I to the nth power. Or we can do the Excel model. If we apply the formula, we'll find out that we get the 100 divided by 1.04 to the third power, we get 88.9. How do we do this in the financial calculator or Excel? We're going to have, again, there's 5 variables. We need to have 4 to solve for the fifth. So we know the years is 3 years. We know the interest, which is 4%. We know that there's no payments in between. We saw that in the timeline. And we know that at the end we're going to get $100. The answer is a present value of minus 88.90, which tells us that in order to get 100 at the end, we need to put down or have a cash outflow of 88.9, hence the negative value. The formula in Excel is here. We're going to cover it right now. So here's our spreadsheet, and we're using the same problem that we saw in the slides. This case is $100 is the future value, interest is 4%, n is 3 years. So we want to know what is the present value of this, and we can do it using the general formula like in the middle, Excel, or what we're going to begin with, going one by one. So we could find out if these $100 are expressed in year 3, we could find out how much is that going to be worth in year 2. How do we do that? By taking the $100, dividing it over 1 plus the interest rate. We're doing this year by year, so there's no change here. We can do this again. This $96 here, how much are they worth the year before? So this 96 divided by 1 plus our interest rate gives us this amount. And finally, the dollars that are expressed in year 1, how could we express them in monies of year 0? By doing this 92 divided by 1 plus the interest rate, which is 4%, and we get the 88.90, which is, as you remember, the answer we just got a little while ago on the slides. How do we do it directly? Well, with the general formula, is simply the future value, no matter what year it is, divided over 1 plus the interest rate to the n power. In this case, we're going to make it down 3 years. We do 3 years here. Press enter, and look at this. We have the same answer once we account for the decimals. I'll talk about this in just 1 second. Finally, we're going to use the Excel formula. I know that the Excel formula is present value, open parentheses, remember to start with the equal sign, present value, and again it's telling me what to look for. So the first number that Excel wants to see is the rate. I click on it, perfect. I do a comma. The second number it wants to see, the second input is the number of years, n, perfect, comma. Then it wants to know if there's going to be any payments in between and how much are those payments. There's no payments, so there's zero money, $0 here. We put a comma, and finally wants to know, well, how much money we're talking about, the future value of this. the future value is this $100 that are expressed here. Again, I'm putting $100 positive here, so my answer is going to be a negative number, meaning that I need to put something down in order to get something in the future. All right, so I press enter and we get, boom, $88.90. And these are negative. If I wanted to make it positive, I would have to put a minus here, and that makes it positive. A note about this: if I give it or allow to have more decimals, you'll see what's going on. All these numbers are the same, it's just rounding up. Excel will never forget all the decimals behind it. So in every calculation, they're always there. You just choose how many decimals you want to show. Okay, I think that's it for this video, at least.